So are you ready to tap into your inner boss? We all have one inside of us. You don't need to own a company or even have employees to be a boss. You just need to own the boss mentality. Being a boss means you make your life happen. A boss is confident enough to create a successful life on their terms. You can be the boss of your household, you can be the boss of yourself working within another company, or you can actually be the boss of your own business. In fact, you'll probably go through a lot of different stages in your career and in your life, but in the end, you are the constant. You are the boss of you. Look, we don't talk a lot about money or getting ahead in our career. Why? Why is that? Is it taboo? I mean, we'll talk about sex, we'll talk about Pope, for the love of God, before we talk about our salary. Well, the shame and embarrassment needs to stop, and it needs to stop now in this session. In this session, we're gonna talk about all of that stuff. And later on in session 8, I'm gonna tell you how to be the boss of that salary. But for now, let's own what it means to be that BOSS. As corny as acronyms can be, I am a huge fan of them, and alliteration, as you'll see later on in this session, because they help me visualize what the words and the ideas mean. So for me, BOSS stands for bold, obsessed, self-aware, and strong. Bold. It's an important quality of a boss, the ability to make a decision. Right or wrong, be decisive. As they say, the road of life is paved with squirrels who couldn't make a decision. So we drive the car as bosses. We don't get driven over. Obsessed. Be obsessed with doing what makes you happy. Figuring out what you don't want to do sometimes is just as important as figuring out what you do want to do. Until then, just love the crap out of everything you decide to spend your time on or you have any slight interest in. Self-aware. One of the telltale signs of the ultimate boss is one who has total self-awareness of your flaws. We all have them, I certainly do. Bosses don't hide them, we own them. We don't pretend we're something we're not. We're all imperfect originals, just like we are. Strong. Real strength is knowing that there are times when you haven't been your strongest, and that's okay. Forgive your former self for not knowing stuff about business or money. You don't need to be hard on yourself for knowing what you know now. Be kind to yourself that you're not perfect and accept the fact that you and I will never be. Bosses know that their most valuable asset isn't necessarily money though, it's time. So in session 2, I'm gonna tell you how to spend wisely as the boss you are.